Okay, we are now starting Tosfos Ka Mashma Lan, which is the first Tosfos on Chav Zayin Amud Beis. So Tosfos really asks, has two, maybe three questions here. And the question is the Gemara says, the Chiddush of the Gemara is that it's teaching me, Kad and Chavos, it interchanges it to teach me, ultimately to teach me the Ein Holchem B'Mamon Achar Harov. You don't follow, when it comes to money matters, you don't follow the majority. That even though there's a minority of opinion that hold a jug they call a jug a barrel, and a barrel a jug, they're going to win. So Tosfos opens up with a tema. Tema is Tosfos' strongest question. When you see the word tema, that means Tosfos is asking a strong question. Tema, ma tam. What in fact is the reason? Tam is reason. Okay, what is the reason that ein holchin, that you don't follow the rove, you don't follow the majority? Leisei ba kal v'chomer. Let us in fact learn it out from a kal v'chomer, right? Kuf vav stands for kal v'chomer. Kal v'chomer is if something applies to the light, in other words, if it's an easy, then for sure by the more strict, or if it's by the more strict, for sure by the light. So here, say, let us bring, but kal v'chomer, let us learn it out in a kal v'chomer mi dinei nefashos. Dinei nefashos are matters of death. Okay, dinei nefashos are laws of death. Laws of death. When you have court cases, you could probably break them down into two categories. One is dinei mamonos, money matters, and one is dinei nefashos, matters of death. Kidi amrinan ba perik kama de Sanhedrin. Pei kuf stands for perik kama, like we learned in the perik kama. In the Parak Kama means in the first parak, like we learned in the first parak of Sanhedrin, and this is what it says over there. Rav Yoshia, Maisi Lei B'Kal V'Chomer. Rav Yoshia learned out in the Kal V'Chomer Medina Nefashos, from laws of Nefashos. He learned from laws of money matters, from laws of Nefashos, and it goes like this. This is the Kal V'Chomer. Uma dinei nefashos, the chamire, dinei laws of death are very strict. The chamer, rachmana. Rachmana is another way of saying the Torah. Rachmana means literally rachmana is merciful, and the Torah we refer to as merciful. So rachmana, the Torah says. So when it comes to dinei nefashos, rachmana, the Torah says zil basaruba, we go after. Also means after. We go after the rove. Dinei mamonos lo kol shekain. Is it not for sure by dinei nefashos? Again, another abbreviation is kol shekain. Kol shekain is all the more so. So, if by dinei nefashos we follow the rove, so by money we for sure should follow the rove. Now, how come our Gemara says, right? Our Gemara, in fact, says, Ka Mashma Lan, de'ein holchem b'mamon achar harov. Why are we not following the rove? Let's learn out from a kal v'chomer for dinei nefashos. If by dinei nefashos we follow the rove, then all the more so here. Now, you may want to try to give a very simple answer. You know what your answer you're going to try to give? Well, it depends on the rove. You see, there's two types of roves. There's a ruba de lesa kaman, a rove that you can't see. Okay, and then there's also a ruba de isa kaman, a ruba that's in front of us you can see. So a ruba de isa kaman is an easy one. Let's say you have judges. You have 23 judges. 12 say innocent and 11 say guilty. Or the opposite, 12 say guilty, 11 say innocent. So you have a rove paskening one way. That's a rove you could see. You can count that rove. You count 12. 12 over 12 over 11. Also, let's say you have 10 kosher, 10 butcher shops, 9 are kosher ones. Not, that's a ruba d'isa kaman, that's a strong rove. But then you have a ruba de lesser kaman, a rove that you really can't see. The Gemara that Tosfos is bringing down is, let's say, when you have a murder trial, both witnesses have to really be saying the same thing. And if they're off by a little bit, then the edus is really, we don't accept it. What happens if they're both testifying that they saw a murder take place, but one said it happened on the 2nd of the month, and one says it happened on the 3rd of the month? So at first glance, you would say, throw them out of court. They're not agreeing with each other. But the Gemara explains, it says, no, because, see, most people don't know when Rosh Chodesh is. They think that Rosh Chodesh was the day earlier, a day later, and therefore it's possible for them to be off by a day. One thought that Rosh Chodesh started a day earlier, one thought it started a day later, but they're really saying it's the same day, and that won't ruin the testimony between the two. So it says most people don't know when Rosh Chodesh was, at least for sure in the beginning of the month. So most people, how many? Give me a number. You can't. See, that's called a ruba de lesser kaman. But yet you see, when it comes to murder, min Torah, we do rely on a rove, the lesser kaman, inside. The afilu ruba de lesser kaman, even a rove that is not in front of us, you can't see. Nevertheless, as linan, we follow bedine nefashos. We'll follow it when it comes to law, death matters, the laws of death. Basa ruba, as lina bedine nefashos basa ruba. We even follow a rove that you can't see, that is not in front of us, at a lower level of rove. We follow it by laws of nefashos. Right, we do follow the rove when it comes to killing, when it comes to murder. You see, we would kill the murder, to kill this person, if both witnesses, even if that's the only thing that they weren't exact on. Kediyama Barish Soromora, like we see in the Gemara in Sanhedrin, Perik Soromora. So that's Gemara's Tosfos Kasha. Let's follow the rove. If you follow it by murder, you should follow it by money. So Gemara Tosfos gives an answer. The word Yesh Loma means an answer. It is an abbreviation. The Yesh Loma. Whenever you see that, Tosfos is giving an answer. Tosfos answers no. The Hasam. See, the Hasam is a very, very common word. The Hasam means over there, and in our case, over there means over there by the judges, by murder, by the Dine Nefashos, there by Dine Nefashos. So there Gabi Dayanim, there Gabi Dayanim, there by the judges. Shiny. Shiny means it's different. Over there by judges, it's different. You can't compare that case of murder to our case of money. Why? The chashiv miyat didahu, the minority opinion, those 11 judges over there, kamisha eno, is as if they don't exist. It's not like you have a majority and then you have a miyat against a minority, and that minority could team up with a musik or team up with something else. You don't have anything. All you have when it comes to judges is the majority. The lekalamema. Now, the lekalamema here is also being used as a question. You can't say, well, maybe, so again, you can't learn out from there because there's no minority miyat, but by us, there's a miyat. And that's why you don't follow the majority, because there's a miyat against the majority. So you have a muhsik and a miyat, and that beats out a majority. But lekalamema, you can't say hasam over there. Well, over there, ukimamona becheskes marie. Let over there will establish. Okay means establish mamona money. Becheskes marie, that you'll establish the money with a muhsik. So even so, over there also you have a muhsik. You have a muhsik there and a muhsik here. So once again, you should be able to learn it out from laws of murder. That you can't say. Also, that doesn't apply. Why? Daha Beis Dalid. Beis Dalid means another abbreviation. Beis Dalid means Bezdin. Because also Bezdin, if they wanted to mafke, they could take out mine from him. They could take out the money from him. Since they could take out the money, there is no cheskes mari, there's no muhsek. Because Bezdin has a right to take out money from one person to another. Abel gabe sh'on mamon. But other cases of money, like our case in our Mishnah with the kad and the chavis, de'ika miyat. There is a miyat, v'ika chazaka, and you have these two forces. You have a miyat and a chazaka. They could team up. There's a miyat that there are a few people that call a kad a chavis and a chavis a kad. V'chazaka, and he's holding on to the money. Here, lo was linan basa ruba. Here we won't follow the majority. So no kasha. The question was, is how come I see by murder cases you do follow the majority? That's because there's no miyat, and you're learning how to kal v'chomer for money. So over there's no muhsek either. There's no miyat because it's the dayanim. There's only, you don't look at the dayanim. The minority opinion is anything. So there's no muhsik there, because the Bezdin has a right to take money away from anybody. So there you could make a kal v'chomer when it comes to, if you rely on a majority when it comes to law, by judges, by a court case, to rely on a majority when it comes to death, and for sure you'll rely on a majority that comes to money. But here you have a miyat and a chazaka. You have the kad and the chavis. There's a miyat that calls a kad chavis, and you have a chazaka that he's holding on to the money. When you have them both, lo is lina. We don't go after none at the end of word is we. Azal is go. We don't basa. We don't go after ruba. We don't follow the rove. So you have no kasha from the case of dinin nefashos.